So hi guys, we hope that we're both visible to you and I'm audible as well. Please confirm it once if we are visible and audible so that we can quickly start with this. So we have a very important guest in front of us today, who is Satvik, and he's one of our iconic subscribers who really cracked CLAT. This go हम actually बोलते हैं let's crack it, and he actually did it. So he has gotten an all India rank 113 in this year's CLAT, and Satvik, many congratulations to you first of all. And as an educator who has seen you in classes, who has taught you, I feel really, we could say, privileged and overwhelmed by students when they, do so well in the exams. So we will take everybody through your journey of the CLAT exam, and for a lot of people, Satvik appeared for CLAT in 22 as well, couldn't do so well, so he decided to do it again. And a lot of people were having doubts in those regards. Ki, yeah, should we take a drop here? Will it make any sense? We are going to be clearing that in this particular session because now, after hearing Satvik, I'm pretty sure it will make a lot of sense. Right? So, Satvik, again, many congratulations. We will start this interview with the point as to what was that point where you decided to prepare for CLAT? Because you told me that you were initially preparing, you had like PCM, which is physics, chemistry, maths. You wanted to go for engineering, which is like a very conventional career choice. Generally, people take that. So, what made you take CLAT or law as a career path? Why did you choose it?
This was because, like, first of all, ever since my 10th class ended, I never had a proper goal. And I was just following everyone else, just going to engineering, do this, do that, write JEE, MSET, whatever, and be done with it. But, like, COVID changed a lot of things, really a lot of things. Like, education was it. And even my total inter attendance would hardly be 2 weeks. So there you can understand what my level would be there in inter. So yeah, and really didn't like my college. I really didn't like anyone. Like, even since I had a schoolmates, like we all lived in the same area, so we all went to the same place.
Okay.
So that way it was somewhat bearable. Otherwise it wasn't at all. And even my boards, I just read like 2 weeks before and just wrote, learned, and did whatever I needed to pass, and then I just passed with 71%, I think, my overall 2 year score. And since I really like at this point, I had basically zero knowledge about like sciences, maths. I was weak in everything. I didn't pay attention in class and all. But I like one of my favorite things to do is like read and social like news events and all. And so I was searching for like new fields and all because I knew if I was going to go engineering, this level wouldn't be that.
Yeah.
So then I came to know about CLAT and what this year itself, at the start of the year, and I was looking into it.
So how did that happen? I just want to understand. So, like, obviously you did not like science, you did not like your college, but there would have been so many other career options. So why law? Why CLAT? How did that happen?
Yeah, because even this, like, because there's BBA, and since I didn't come from commerce background, that might be hard. But law, I saw law as basically English that's written in formal language and nothing else. So it's going to be simple to understand and practice. So that was my point.
So I've seen too much in the last 18 years in life. So I want to live the last 50 years at least like in peace. I don't want to take too much stress in life. Pretty cool. So you also told me that you prepared for CLAT 22 also. So what was the rank again in CLAT 22?
My CLAT 22 rank was 4,329 and I got 63 points something. I don't remember that.
4,329 was your rank.
Yeah.
And this time you got 113.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is outstanding, man. This is actually an inspiration for a lot of students because I mean a lot of students actually at this point are thinking whether to take a drop here or not. Will it be worth it? What if the same thing repeats again? Because some of us are not able to do well in this particular exam. So it happens obviously. Because these kind of doubts come. But I think Satvik is a prime example in front of all of you that if you work hard, you are going to be clearing it. So Satvik, you were on Unacademy. I've seen you in a lot of my classes as well. So
yes, sir.
What are the classes that you did on Unacademy here particularly?
Yeah, like primarily since GK was a very like vast subject and it was random, like just yours, that primarily just yours. And like since I like when I joined an academy, there's this droppers course,
Ah.
So even after that finished, I like just watch your classes. That's it.
You
No
were
one like
you
gave
were
me
there for
my
5 p.m. 9:15. That is something that
yeah
I remember
5 p.m.
also.
9:15 and all.
हाँ हाँ हाँ. चलो यार, like I'm actually privileged. मतलब मेरे को I have no words sometimes, but because when you do so well, मतलब मुझे sometimes I have to legitimize myself like this every year कि yeah, I am actually like doing right. I'm in the right direction right now. So it feels good. Like it's just not you who have gotten selected; it's me who has gotten selected with you. So it feels really good. So like I'm pretty sure that during your journey there would have been so many obstacles, and after the kind of rank that you got in CLAT 22 also, there would have been a lot of doubts surrounding how will you
Yeah.
be able to do. Like, will you are you cut out for this exam anyway? So, how
Yeah.
did you clarify them? Because I mean, a lot of students right now will be benefited with it that they don't know if they will be able to do it again or should they go again for it. So, what made you go for it again, and how did you kept yourself? How did you keep yourself motivated during the journey?
Firstly, my family was really supportive. Like they instantly accepted that if I wanted, when I said I'll take a drop here and try for the Nalsar once again, and that's a really huge thing because like I don't think most parents would support like a
Right.
drop year, and like they think it's a sort of stain on their reputation or something. But no, my parents supported. My parents and my brother, they supported me through all of this. So yeah, family support is quite an important thing. And another thing was that I really wanted to get into Nalsar. Like even CLAT 22, my center was Nalsar test center. I saw the campus and I felt I wanted to be here. I will be here.
Oh, nice. So there, and you are going to be there now. So
Yeah.
Satvik, by the way, for everybody, he is eligible for NLS Bangalore also, but he wants to go to Nalsar because he is from Hyderabad, and secondly, he believes that Nalsar is a better college than NLS, which to some extent I also believe, Satvik. But yeah, I agree with you. Like it makes more sense to you could say go to a college which is as good as NLS and closer to your house, obviously. So that's a big yes. And I'm sure that during your journey there would have been certain subjects, like out of 5 subjects, people have a priority and
Yeah.
they despise a subject. Like they're like, कि,
Yeah.
like this is one subject that I'm going to run away. इसकी class होगी तो मैं
Yeah.
भाग जाऊंगा, इसको पढ़ना होगा तो I'll just run away. So what was your
Yeah.
favorite subject during the preparation?
Favorite, I think the legal reasoning,
Okay.
and like apart from legal and English, like after I wrote CLAT 22, I realized that GK was going to be a huge obstacle. Like I did not have any hate towards it, but the type of questions and like the amount of coverage you have to do for that felt really vast. And I even like in my early on Unacademy mock test, like I had seen that if I put work towards GK, it would really increase my marks. It would increase my marks by a lot. And I was really big in logical and quantitative, and especially for quantitative. Although the educator Anand sir he taught well, I like couldn't. As like questions started growing complex, I started disliking it, and I eventually stopped watching them.
Okay. So
And
maths was one
logical
subject that you
reasoning was
hated.
a curveball as well at the start.
Uh, and you liked legal reasoning a lot. So how do you know?
Yeah.
Did you calculate your marks in legal reasoning?
No, I did not check any of that. I didn't even see the answer key so far.
Okay. So I mean, it makes no sense also to like after the exam go back to the answer sheet because nothing is going to change anyway. So look, I think that's a good way to deal with a lot of stress also. So did you write AILET as well?
No, I didn't write that. I didn't feel it was worth it writing from a single university.
Okay. Right. And I mean, yeah, you are where you wanted to, so I think you don't need
Yeah.
that anyway. It makes more sense. So, like, what are your aspirations? Like, as a lawyer, do you have anything in mind that this is what you want to go and do in college? This is what you want to pursue in life generally?
So far, not really. I think I just have a loose idea of trying to become a corporate lawyer.
Okay.
It's still just loosely set. Like as I go through my years in college, I think I'll have a
Explore.
specified goal.
Yeah. It's important. Like you'll have a lot to explore as well in college.
Yeah.
Now, I think you have done a lot of classes. Like every day, मतलब, we used to do our 5 p.m. classes at least 5 days a week.
Yes, sir.
9:15 used to be like at least 6 days a week. 5 to 6 days we
Yeah.
used to do it. So, like, what was something that you liked about the platform also, which helped you prepare well for the exam?
Yeah, platform was firstly educators like you, so like
Oh,
they teach really well.
thank
They
you.
make sure like it's like very easy and brief. And secondly, like the amount of portion that's been covered, because earlier I was at other like training center, and they couldn't cover quite as much, and I like could see the difference in preparation that an academy gave and the other one gave, and like this really made a difference. Like I jumped from 4,000 to 113,
I
so
mean,
that's
yeah.
clear.
I mean, your math is so bad that if I ask you to subtract it, you won't be able to do it. Well,
No,
it's
like some simple calculations I can do, but I'm a bit slow in calculating.
okay.
But yeah, this year I just like even this year I think I just did one quantitative question, and I just saw the passages like I saw too many numbers, too many percentages, and I thought I'm not doing this. I'm not going to waste my time.
So yeah, so I mean, whatever works out for you during the exam. Like I always suggest
Yeah,
people to do maths, but yeah, sometimes like if you're very good at certain things that you don't want to ruin that at least at that cost. I mean that makes more sense. So what was the reaction at your house? I'm sure everybody wanted to
yeah.
you to go there. So how did your parents react to it?
Yeah, like at that time, like I didn't know results were out, so I was randomly doing watching something on YouTube. Like saw a feed like saying interview with All India Rank 2. So I saw that, and okay, I thought results were out. Okay, I'll just go check. And only my brother was at home. So I just opened and I saw view result. Okay, fine. Whatever rank I got, that's what I get. I've done my best. I've done what I could. And I opened. I saw 113 there, and I saw okay 113. What I like saw all India 113. For a second, I thought that was a mistake. It might have been 113 something else. But I checked that again. It was right. I immediately like ran to my brother, told I got 113, called my father, and like my grandparents, my uncle, and all. My mother was in she works in a school,
Okay.
so I thought she wouldn't answer. So actually, my mother she's the most happiest currently. Like because even my brother he returned from the US after 3 years, and plus like my rank, we actually did not expect like this. Heck, I was expecting somewhat better than last time.
Huh.
So she saw my uncle's message on a WhatsApp group, and she called me, and like within a voice I could tell after I told I got 113.
Oh my
She said,
god.
I'm immediately going to come.
Oh yeah. I mean, she wouldn't have like she couldn't like help herself. Ki, I can't
Yeah,
stay here anymore. I just have to go back. I mean, yeah, I understand. Like this is a reaction that I think deservedly actually like you worked for it. And so what used to be your routine during the preparation? I mean, you were free. Particularly, you were not going
yeah.
to school or college, so you were free. I mean, you worked as a dropper. So what? How did you work towards your, you could say, this thing? Mm,
Like
Class.
in initially, like after CLAT 22, I was a bit down for a couple days.
Huh.
Then I like decided okay, this time we'll go with someone else, and I went with Unacademy through the guidance of one of our family friends. Auntie, she helped us a lot. She guided us through everything. She was like a really supportive person. Her daughter was writing CLAT as well, so
Oh.
they really helped us a lot.
Oh.
And like it was through them we decided to go to an academy, and like in the initial starting months because I just like didn't go much to college. Like I wasn't really that active. I just used to stay at home, and I don't really like going out often, so I just stayed home. And I think I like became a lot lazy. I was really felt really lazy, and I didn't do much in the initial months. But like towards as like a month or two passed, then I started picking up a bit, like starting doing the notes that I got and watching classes, and then writing the notes. Like even notes Like after initial 3-4 classes, I stopped writing. I just got too lazy, and then again I started picking that up, and so yeah, it wasn't really like something like I knew that I lost really bad in 2022, but that didn't really hit that much in starting stages. But then again, I lost once and I'm wasting a year. It shouldn't happen again. So I started from that point. That was midway through.
I mean, when you prepare for an exam again, where you had failed once, I mean, you
Yeah,
had failed miserably in the sense that like you had Nalsar on your mind, and
yeah,
Nalsar wouldn't have taken you as a gatekeeper on that rank. Like I'm
yeah,
pretty sure, like it wouldn't have allowed you anywhere near the campus with that rank. So I mean, that's fine. I mean, but what happens is when people get such a poor rank, they want to prepare again, but sometimes they always have this doubt in their mind that what if the same thing repeats? What if it happens again? I do not have any other recourse. So, did you also have those doubts in your mind at times during the preparation?
yeah. A lot of times. Like even like when I was preparing, like I was most since I didn't often go out. I just used to sit in my room all day, just wake up, come out to eat, go back and sit and sleep. That's it. Like those thoughts were very intrusive and they were really strong that they made me leave my room, and I felt like that room that kept me like having all this nativity, and I like permanently didn't sit in my room for like three months. I think I didn't sit in my room. I sat in the living room, did everything there, classes, notes, studies, everything. So yeah, those can really affect you, and like they can hurt a lot. Like especially since I got 4,000, I was seeing this at other places too. Like I saw someone else who got a 2,000 rank and he dropped in here and wrote again. He got 1,000, but that wasn't going to be enough for an ulcer. And even
Yeah,
though I have a downside reservation, it wouldn't get me any closer. So like I had this thought. I knew like I got 4,000. Like I there's a lot of times you feel that, but you have to stay strong. You have to stay strong and you have to work, because that's the only thing you can do. You dropped in here, you do this for this thing, you sacrifice this, that keeps you going.
right. I mean, kudos to you, honestly. But this is a very positive way to look at it. Like, there are people who get so pressurized by the end of their preparation because it's a drop year. There is nothing, like, if those 2 hours do not work in your favor on the exam day, then you certainly feel that most of the things are over. Like, you just can't do much about it. Although, like, there are so many other options, but you, as a student, you feel like that because you've been preparing for an exam for quite some time. So I really feel good about this kind of maturity when students show something like this where they are benefiting themselves. Like even if you're too stressed, you have to prepare. Like you just can't
Yeah,
leave preparing. And when you prepare stressed, you are not able to prepare well also. So it's always it's always you would say very helpful to be a little optimistic about your preparation and trust your abilities. Like help some self belief in yourself. That's important, right?
yeah.
So did you get any gifts or are you promised any gift after this
Actually, I
exam?
don't really have that habit, but I anyways kept receiving gifts. Like my brother, since he returned from the US, he bought me a new laptop.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Now you'll need it in college, and you will
yeah.
definitely need it every single day.
Yeah.
Uh,
And gifts, I don't really know what to ask for, so I just think I'll just save them for a time when I want something useful. I'll just ask for them.
nice. So, what have you planned to do for the next 5 months now? Like, there are you want to be absolutely free. So, I'm like,
Yeah,
this is something that I can tell you. So, the next 5 years of your life are going to be very hectic. Wherever
yeah,
you go, you're going to be extremely hectic. You're going to be doing 100 things. Like, it's not just academics, there are extracurriculars, there are moods, there are exchange programs, and so on. So, these are the 5 months of your life that you will never get, never ever you'll get. So,
yeah.
like, use it very judiciously. But have you made any plans so far?
So far, no.
No.
Like actually, initially, like we thought maybe we would like visit like Shirdi and Tirupati because my brother came back. Why not do a temple run? But due to some personal issues, we are not going to be going there now.
Acha.
And like like presently, like even COVID, I think it's starting to pick up once again, and
Yeah.
we've already been affected once. So
Okay.
having that for the second time wouldn't really be nice. And personally, since I'm not much of a traveling person, I don't think I'll be going out that much. But to meet my friends, I would definitely go, because my friends, like, they all took engineering, and like they all like got into decent colleges and all. I was a person who wasn't like having anything. I was just sitting at home while they were studying.
Nice.
So yeah, but they never made me feel that as well. Like they made me feel like I was there with them as well.
That's good. That's really good. I think you had a very supportive. You had very supportive people generally, including your parents, your friends.
Yeah, because half of my success like comes straight away from them.
I think that's very important, and it's very important to always keep that in mind, even when you succeed later in life. Because I mean, people who are with us when we have nothing, they are like the most important people in life. Because once you succeed, you will have a lot of friends, and people generally have a lot of friends when they succeed because yeah, you are successful. But yeah, at this point when you have friends, I think it makes a lot of sense. So, again, coming back to CLAT, I mean, you said that GK was one thing that you felt that you were really weak at when you did CLAT 22, and you did a lot of classes here. So, what used to be your way of preparing? I mean, okay, you came to classes, but what helped you? Like, you made notes, how did you revise them? Because, again, what happens with GK is even if somebody is preparing quite consistently, there is a lot to do. I mean, even if you miss a day, you have to take those classes again and you have to prepare those notes. So, what was your strategy, particularly other than like obviously during classes also? What did you do? Did you make notes and how did you revise them?
Yeah, originally I like wrote a bit of notes and all, but I started feeling that just simply writing notes and reading that, those things I wasn't like able to remember those things very well. So, but I found this way. There's like practice questions. Just keep practicing the like questions, because I felt that when I could like see something in the format of an option, and I knew that once I picked the wrong option, I would remember the correct one.
Right.
And like I would, since I would remember the correct option, I would read the what that option is about. Like there's going to be some Nobel award winner who's a Nobel award winner for this year, and there would be 4 options. If I pick the wrong one, I would recheck that, and I would read on the test once again. I would pick the correct one, and when I pick the correct one, I see the question like Nobel this year who won, and the option there, the person's name, and this would somehow like link. I was able to link this together somehow, like this way somehow I did. And another thing was that if there's like numbers or something as such, write them down 5 times, because if the questions don't have like those questions, just like write it down. Like think of a question or for that number or something, and write the number down, because like some form of visualization or something that helped me a lot. Like instead of just plain reading, like even plain reading, you won't be able to get very far, and you can't do it for much long.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's very important. That's a very important way to get and go about it. And what about the other sections? Like a lot of people have problem with speed. मतलब CLAT में ऐसा होता है कि a lot of people get concept, people are able to do questions correctly also after a point. But what about that speed? How did you work on your speed for CLAT?
For speed, I I wanted to say this, like during my CLAT 2022 exam, I did not even prepare once on an OMR sheet.
Okay.
And I went like after I reached the test center and got an OMR sheet. I knew that it was going to be an OMR sheet, but I never prepared, and I don't think I had touched an OMR sheet in like years, other than for like some childhood Olympiad exams. So like that, like I never knew that filling up an OMR sheet is going to be a huge factor in your speed. And plus another thing was that I was not acquainted with the question booklet, and I did not realize that at the end of the question booklet there's a paper for rough work. And so that time I felt quantitative technique was easy, and I would be able to do it, but I couldn't do it. I literally did not turn the page. I had 20 minutes on hand. I could have done it all. And they English letters said don't write anything on the benches or desks or your hall ticket. after 5 minutes, I like really panicked and I had a spare copy of my hall ticket. I did some calculations on that, and I was able to like in the end I was able to just put 2, 3 something like that, and like at like last 2 minutes I turned the page and I saw the words rough work. I never expected that such a simple thing would like ruin an whole exam.
Yeah. But I think if you look at it positively, even if you had gotten a lot of questions in maths right, you would not have gotten so much marks
Yeah,
that
I wouldn't
you
have.
need for NALSA, right? So
Yeah.
maybe you would have gotten somewhere like a decent rank, and there was a possibility that without taking a drop, you would have been like, "Chalo, theek hai, let's compromise and go to this college. Seems like a decent college." But now you did really well, so I think you should all take all the positives out of it. That yeah, we make silly mistakes, this happens, and this is a very important point that doing mock tests with OMR, because OMR sometimes take like 6 to 7 minutes of your time as well when you've never practiced on it. And sometimes you're not able to fill it well. Sometimes you fill those gaps, those boxes. I mean those circles half. Sometimes you like spill it out of it, spill ink out of it. So I think it's very important to practice like that. And if those students are hearing us right now, this is something that everybody must do. So whenever you're writing mock test, make sure you're doing it with an OMR sheet. Don't do it without an OMR, because that will give you very good practice to do it with an OMR. That is really insightful. And
yeah, another thing for speed is that I didn't really feel that reading a lot of newspapers and all. Like at a point, I started measuring my time, like how long do I take to read, and that wasn't really great. It took me something like 3 to 4 minutes, and that was really slow.
Oh yeah.
And another thing, another problem I faced was like usually in between of a passage, I used to get distracted. I get distracted, I lose my line, and again I have to start from like 2 lines above. That's really slowed me down. But like as I practiced on an OMR sheet and like started giving like if you want to increase your speed, reading and doing that all like in a couple of months, it might help you a bit, but not completely. So I would suggest what you do is that you just set a timer, do the questions, and like as many. The thing is that you put number of attempts to be more. So like you like target more attempts. So like naturally when you're going to target more attempts, like slowly you'll be like searching for the you'll be faster searching for the information you need and just reading what's required. So like slowly you can start picking up pace, doing that.
Yeah. That's impressive actually. That's very good. I mean, good way to go about it. So, I mean, that was very important. Like, certain points were really eye-opening. And something that's really, I think, inspiring for people is that you did not lose hope despite a poor performance in the last exam. So, that's something that really people should take from this particular interview and understand. So, we'll open it up for people now. If they have some questions, we'll take those questions and then we'll end this. And it was a very important and a very delightful talk for me, because I'm really proud of you, because you did my classes and somebody from my classes is going to be
Same for me. Same for me to speak to you, sir.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So guys, if anybody has any questions from Satvik, feel free to mention it in the comment box. We'll be very happy to take it from there. A lot of people are congratulating you, by the way, in the comment box. They're really happy with your performance. Yeah, I think some of them are your family members only.
Yeah.
Nice, very very sweet. So, guys, any question here that you would like to ask Satvik about his preparation, about something if you feel that we missed during our conversation? Okay, then I think we are not getting any questions of now. So we'll keep doing this over a period of time. I think you will be here for some time. And okay, so somebody again, a lot of people are congratulating you because they consider you as a senior now, because when they write the exam next year, they want to be there and they want to be a junior now in one of the top law institute in the country. So many congratulations to you, Satvik, again, and thank you so much for connecting with us. And whenever you need anything, feel free to contact Unacademy. Feel free to contact me. I'll be very happy to guide you in whatever way you want, be it your law school life or anything else there.